Thank you very much for joining our webinar today on PandaDoc, customizing quotes and proposal templates inside of your CRM, brought to you by BrainSell and PandaDoc. Today, I am joined by Julian Noss. Julian, you could just advance the slide here. And again, I am Sonia Friedel, president of BrainSell. And Julian, are you there?
I am here. Sonia, thank you for the introduction.
Of course.
Looking
yeah,
forward
thanks.
to speaking to you all today.
Great. No, we're really looking forward to you walking us through the solution. So I'm just going to give 30 seconds on who BrainSell is. For those of you who don't know us, we're a partner with a lot of different CRM, ERP, and marketing automation publishers. And we help people all around the country and North America integrate different solutions, deploy, train, and drive adoption to all of these different business platforms. We recently learned about PandaDoc and implemented it internally. We've since implemented it with a few customers and have really, really enjoyed the product. Me personally, I do still send out work orders and NDAs and things, and this product has made my life a lot easier, which is one reason that we took on the product to help our customers with it, and really excited to show you the power of what it can do today. So Julian's just going to tell us a little bit about Panda, and then we're going to get into an actual live demo, and I will be, I'm sure, interrupting and adding comments at will here, Julian. So go right ahead.
Sure thing. Thanks, Sonia. So again, guys, my name is Julian Noss. I work directly with Sonia and the BrainSell team. They're a fabulous partner of ours, and we're excited to be here again today to talk about PandaDoc. So what I do is I manage a lot of our partner relationships, and BrainSell is obviously like top of the list. PandaDoc as a product, we are an end-to-end document automation platform. So think about everything that you would want to do with a piece of paper, we do in the cloud, and we do out of CRM. So I know that's a big topic, and I'm excited to show you some of those things today. But everything sort of bottom of sales funnel, every client interaction that includes a paper transaction, we've built a really, really impressive platform in order to do that on. So again, I'm excited to show you. So if I just move this forward here, some of the most common use cases that people use PandaDoc for are what are on the screen right now. So proposals or signatures, contracts, quotes, HR type documents. And really where we play the hardest is when people are sending out templatable type documentation out of CRM. So you guys will see that in a sec. And again, just to reiterate, so we are an ISV partner of Sugar, meaning that we have an integration with Sugar CRM. We also have integrations with all of these other CRMs as well. So today, we are actually going to be doing a demonstration out of Salesforce. But if you guys have any of the CRMs on the screen, we can certainly do business together. So I want to make sure that that is clear to everybody. Cool. And let's jump into a demonstration here, guys.
Awesome. And while you're pulling that up, I will reiterate, so BrainSell's on Sugar, and we use this in the opportunities module, just like Julian's going to show. So I'm just going to be a total spoiler, Julian, and say, like, to get to the good stuff. So my workflow before using Panda was, sure, there's like a PDF creation thing out of Salesforce and Sugar where you can spin up a contract, but it just makes it in PDF, and that's not good. So normally to make our contracts, I would do a mail merge or a replace and find, which is really risky because you can absolutely make mistakes when you do a search and replace in a Word doc to make a contract, right? You can leave out that client name or miss something, and that's super embarrassing. So that used to take me, I'm gonna say, like 4 times longer than this process. And I was using, I think, 3 systems to do it. I was using DocuSign, Word, a template editor, sometimes PowerPoint. It was just nutty. So this has cut down my time probably by 4x. So, and not having to use DocuSign either. So spoiler alert, but Julian, I just kind of wrapped it up for you. Good. Dive right in.
Yeah, no, thank you for teeing it up on a silver platter. So, and like Sonia makes very good points here. So when it matters most, i.e. at the bottom of your sales funnel, at the end of your sales process, you want to make sure that you're not making any mistakes. And that when a client is prepared to receive a proposal to do business with you, you can get it to them in a quick, efficient, and good-looking way. So those are some of the things that we pride ourselves on. And then also the breadth of functionality that we support, guys, is going to allow you to not have to use multiple vendors or multiple systems in order to get that stuff done. So those are two of the major value adds. Just jumping into this, but I'm going to walk you through what it's like to generate a proposal out of an opportunity for like a sales use case. But know that we can do the same thing out of some other objects here in CRM, accounts, contacts, etc. And the same it's the same user experience with all of our CRM integrations. So it's a window into the application, which you'll see in a second, embedded into the object in CRM. So if I am in a fake opportunity here, guys, for Stark Industries, we've got all the stuff that we put into CRM to properly notate the opportunity, products, pricing, people, notes, all these things. And PandaDoc appears as such. And again, within any CRM, it's going to look fairly similar. I've got a window into the application, right? And a list of related documents that have been sent out of this particular object. So I know what interactions have happened with my clients so far, and I don't have to dig too deep to find it, dig through my email, my attachments, anything like that. And what we're going to do, guys, is we're going to pull the information that we've already taken the time to put into CRM directly onto a PandaDoc template, which is huge. And subconsciously, it's going to help your CRM users know that they should probably be putting the proper information into CRM, knowing full well that when they deliver documents to their clients, it's already going to be there, and they're not going to have to put it in twice. So if I go ahead and generate a new document here, guys, this is going to ask me to select from the various templates that I have. We can do a lot of really cool things here, like allow different teams to have access to different templates. If your sales, legal, marketing, and HR departments are all going to be using the platform, for instance, they're not tripping over each other's stuff. Individual reps like to save their own things. But really the key is here is that all this information, all these templates are going to be management approved. They're going to be standardized so that people aren't sending out things that maybe haven't been approved. So if I go here and I select the template that I want to use, this is where there's a shy overlap with DocuSign. We support our own proprietary eSign technology. Same level of security, same UI as any of the other name brand vendors. And what I'm doing here, guys, is I'm assigning people to the action items on the document. So in this particular template, there are two people that need to sign something, the sender and the client. And these are the opportunity contacts were automatically pulled as well. And once I jump into the editing phase, this is where I think a lot of the value add is going to become pretty apparent. I just saved a ton of time by merging all the information directly into the template, assigning people to the correct e-sign fields, and notice that this document is pretty dynamic. I mean, we're doing some stuff here that you can't do on a PDF document or a piece of paper. Background graphics, high resolution imaging, movies, these types of things. You'll notice here that this is a pretty clear indication of like what pulled in association with the Salesforce field name. And again, the same is true with any CRM that we integrate with. And we also pulled products and pricing. So with a couple clicks, I reduced the amount of time it would have taken me to do this by a lot. And we're going to enable you guys in a lot of other ways too. Sonia had mentioned this as well. Sending PDFs and static type documents can be limiting in a lot of ways. So PandaDoc is actually built on HTML. We're essentially sending web pages to people for people to be able to execute. And that opens up a ton of doors, whether it's tracking or allowing the content to be editable for us to be able to make it like the most relevant possible for the end recipient. If I want to come here and make an edit to a document template, I can pull in additional material. These are the different building blocks that we support, but we can also save content. And this is where it gets really interesting in that, you know, your marketing team is trying to contribute marketing collateral to your sales team for them to be able to use. This is a really, really good way to do it, to be able to reintroduce marketing collateral, keeping your branding consistent at the bottom of your sales funnel. So I can jump in here and I can grab pre-saved items. Maybe it's marketing collateral, maybe it's legal jargon associated with a particular type of sale. Maybe it's timetables or pricing tables or competitor data. All these types of things. So if I'm talking to, you know, a particular type of company, I can pull in relevant collateral that will make them feel like the proposal that you're sending to them was made exactly specifically for them, when really you're using pre-saved material. Fields are the various action items that we support. So you saw us assign people to e-sign fields. We support some other stuff as well here for your guys' document needs too. So beyond just signing things, we can do some pretty cool stuff here, uploading pictures of things, checking boxes, selecting from optional items, these types of things. And guys, what I'm going to do here, just so you're aware, is I'm going to walk down the line, and then we're going to shoot this document off, and then we can talk about it. The tokenized information is what we pulled from CRM. Now, again, the content is editable, which is where a lot of the advantages lie. So if for whatever reason there's a mistake in CRM, I can edit the content. I don't have to like download it to Word and start the process from the beginning. I can come here and I can literally make a change. And those communicate back to, with our Salesforce integration, those communicate back to CRM too, these changes. Activity, this is going to become more relevant once we actually deliver the doc, but no guys, the days of sending emails, you know, in association with some attachment that's in somebody's inbox are over. I can have a direct conversation with the person that I'm sending this to directly on the document. And easily accessible through CRM too, as well as an audit trail and an action trail as to what has been happening. So-and-so forwarded this document to somebody we've never even heard of before. Or they say they're ready to sign it, but really they haven't even looked at it yet. There's a lot of enabling features for sales, for legal, for HR that are really important that I hope that you're able to see as we walk through this demo. Now, we also support signing orders, workflows, these types of things, multi-level approvals. All of those are available and very, very easy to navigate within the platform. Things are toggled on and off. So I want to make sure for the purposes of this demo that I sign this first, let's say the sales guy, and then my manager is CC'd on it before ultimately the end client's going to sign off on this. And this can get as complex as it needs to be. And we'll get into the delivery mechanism in a minute. I'll show you what that looks like. But it's an embedded web link within an email. So again, we're sending HTML pages to recipients, not attachments. A couple other things to talk about here before we send this doc, guys. Pricing tables. So I pulled products and pricing directly from CRM. You can do that with any CRM integration again. But we also support our own product catalog within the platform. So, and uploading a product SKU is very simple to do into PandaDoc. But if for whatever reason, I want to keep my products in here, that's easy enough to do. And it's a quick add. We support product descriptions, imaging within pricing tables, all that type of stuff. I can create things from scratch, right? That becomes pretty important in the world of consulting. Otherwise, my static and reusable stuff, I can save here. Now think of this like a lightweight CPQ part of the tool, adding taxes or adding discounts. Assuming your needs aren't too complex, there's a very good chance that we'll be able to accommodate you guys in this area. So currency conversions, decimal places, all these things are toggled on and off within the platform, which I really like. It makes it really easy to, it's an intuitive platform to learn how to use.
Hey, Julian.
And if for whatever, yep.
Sorry for totally breaking your flow. Just wanted to reiterate that this can integrate with the pricing catalog in your CRM.
Yes.
Right. So guys, those of you who have like a ERP or QuickBooks integration to your CRM, just think of this as one giant circle, right? Because maybe you use QuickBooks Enterprise that's integrated to Sugar or Salesforce. That product catalog merges from QuickBooks into the Sugar price books, which then can merge to the Panda price books here. So you guys can actually your salespeople can be quoting from QuickBooks line items in theory if those systems are all tethered together, which is pretty easy to do. Or you can just make, like Julian was showing us, a straight product catalog inside of PandaDocs that can live independently. So yeah, thank you, Julian. It's so useful.
Yeah, you got it. So this, I mean, and this is a massive time saver in my opinion too. So being able to pull those things directly from CRM, as Tony was mentioning, or being able to add them in the way that I just showed to you guys. And all this is completely flexible and brandable however you guys would like it to look. And also worth mentioning, part of becoming a client would be us collecting your guys' existing documentation and converting it for you so that it looks as is, but as a web document. So there are no limitations there in terms of like formatting. So if I come here, and let's say that we're ready to send this document. If I click send, I'm going to walk you through the delivery process here. So now that this document's been sent, you'll notice the analytics here that show that, and that obviously plays back to CRM and that list of related documents that we had seen earlier today. I'm the first person in the signing order, so it's asking me to execute this before it ultimately goes to the client. It's a quick click through in order to get that done. This is my saved signature. I drew this on an iPad with my finger, so we can do some pretty cool stuff like that. But we do allow for some variety. And as the sender, you can control how you want your documents to get executed. So if you don't want anyone to be able to type anything, that's fine, or whatever it may be. So there is control in that area. And now that I've signed this, it's going to move forward to the next person in the signing order. But where things get particularly interesting are the collaboration and the analytics, in my opinion. So I can collaborate directly with my end recipient or my internal approvers on the document, both publicly or privately. I have an audit trail as to what has been happening here. An action trail as to what actions have been taken. So Tony Stark's not a real person, but this could say a number of things like this document was forwarded on to so-and-so, maybe a decision maker you weren't aware of before, or an entirely different party that is relevant in the deal that you had no idea of. As well as the ability to see who's viewed what, page by page, what has been important to people. And for sales, this is huge. For legal, it's also huge. For HR, it's big too. So I know page by page what the engagement has been. For marketing, it's big. No one's reading this marketing case study. We could probably scrap it. Or maybe we should reformat this proposal because the middle 6 pages no one reads. Or this person tells me they're ready to sign. They haven't looked at it yet. This is enabling in a ton of different ways. So time spent, last time viewed, if it was downloaded, page by page. And worth mentioning too, for this type of functionality, these are like for all the things that we've talked about so far, these are things that you'd have to go to multiple vendors in order to achieve. And we've built a really, really cool consolidated platform in order to do it all out of CRM for you guys. If for whatever reason, you need to send reminders, that's easy to do, as well as expiration dates on documents, auto reminders baked into your guys' workflows. Those things are completely doable. Now, if I jump into the delivery mechanism here, let me show you. This is what it looks like to send a PandaDoc and to receive it. The branding is completely adjustable to be your own. And what this is here, guys, is an embedded web link that's encrypted that will take you to the web page in order for you to sign. And again, all of this is rebrandable. Now, if for whatever reason, this is where we're getting to the end of the software piece, if for whatever reason an edit needs to be made, this happens all the time at like literally the most inconvenient times, at the end of your sales cycle, at the end of your quarter, at the end of your month, day, whatever it is. If something needs to be edited, because this is a web document and not, let's say, a PDF, I don't have to re-download this to Word, start it again without versioning control, re-upload it to PDF, attach DocuSign fields to it, and then send it again without tracking. I can simply pull this out of my recipient's inbox. You'll notice the analytics here change from being sent to being in draft. If they attempted to access it during this period, it would say this document's up for edit. You do not have the authority to edit this document or to sign it. I can then make the change that was requested by the client or by whomever, and I can quickly send it back. And that in and of itself is a massive time saver, especially in sales. So if I come here and I click through it, we are done. The document's ready to get executed by the recipient. And we also have the versions here available for you, as well as some pretty self-explanatory things here too.
Hey, Julian, we've just gotten a question about approvals. Just want to make sure that you kind of go into that as well.
Yeah, sure thing. So what we're doing is we're creating documents from templates that we edit and send out, essentially. But on a particular template, right? So this is the template that we've been playing with within PandaDoc itself. I can set workflows. I can turn on approval workflows. I can set multi-approvers or an approver group, all these types of things. And whenever I do that, and this is actually a new feature, whenever I do that, when I send this out, it would have to go through the appropriate approval process before it could actually hit the client. And all those things auto route in the same way that you saw with the delivery mechanism. So your approver would get pinged and receive an email. And then once they approve it, it would move forward to the next approver or to the end client, depending on how you set up your workflows.
Awesome.
And guys, for the software piece, that was as far as I wanted to take it for a demo today. So I wanted to keep it short and concise.
Awesome. That's great. And it really is that easy too, especially when we implemented. We had one of our CRM analysts just pick this up right away, made a couple templates, and now I just do a save as to make new templates. And we've had like pretty much zero training for a lot of our salespeople here. Have just adopted it right away. So can't say enough good about that. Would you mind, Julian, going back into Salesforce and just showing us what it looks like again, like after the draft has gone out or it's been sent? Yeah.
Yeah, sure thing. So if I exit out of PandaDoc, and I come back to the object that it was sent out of here, guys, so in this case, the opportunity. When I come back here, you'll notice that once this loads here, the document that we've been on is going to be at the top of the list once the internet decides to cooperate. So yeah, here we go, right there.
Perfect. And then for you sugar customers out there, it will be on the right hand, the sidecar area, and you can put this on pretty much any object. So we've got it on accounts, contacts, and opportunities. If I were to send an NDA, I would send it from the contact, right, or the account. If I were going to send a proposal, it's probably from the opportunity module. And you've got, so now, I mean, this is kind of stating the obvious, but my process, again, used to be do it in Word, spin it into a PDF, upload it to DocuSign, get it signed by the right people, download it, re-upload it to Sugar so it's under the right work order or opportunity. And oftentimes humans just kind of stop at the last, especially like uploading it once it's been countersigned. People just don't do it, right? Because they'll get lazy or they'll forget, get occupied. So now this is all handled through the interface in the CRM. All of our signed documents are now in Panda. And there's just a separate sign into Panda as well. Do you just want to show the dashboard really quick, Julian? Because it was just updated. It's so cool in Panda. So it's like a standalone as well. So you can go into it and use it just like DocuSign. Like you can upload a document and just get it signed as well. But cool, yeah. This is so neat. It was just updated. So tell us about this.
Yeah, sure thing. So this is PandaDoc.com. Every user that you guys have would also have access through the website. So this is the application standalone. If I'm an individual user, let's say a rep, I can only see my own activity. If I'm a manager, I can see everybody's on my team's activity. VP, more so, etc. So I've got, I can see what, everything from whether or not someone's paid to whether a document's been voided, whether something's been completed. Again, collaboration is key, so we're keeping these things available to you, as well as an activity timeline. And it's really straightforward to do this here, guys, because everything's iconed. So if I'm going to create a new template, by uploading a document into the platform, that would happen here. Or create a content library item, right? Like a case study or something that I want to be able to pull into a document. I would do that here. I've got contacts, a product catalog, reports that I can run on what's being used the most and what's most effective.
Awesome.
And then as a final piece, so we are obviously a legally binding e-sign provider. And every time that a document gets completed by a recipient, you make sure that there is a signature on this particular template. There is. So if I go ahead and download a signed version of anything as the sender, once I open up that PDF, I have the signature certificate of authenticity attached to the end. So we keep these on file as well as issue them to the sender too. This is an irreplicable document. Everything about it is unique, from the QR code to the background to the barcode to the everything. So just wanted to end there.
Awesome. That's great. And another little sneaky piece of intel is you can see when someone views your document. So that's huge, just being able to know that you get an email rather when someone first views it. We know that the audit trail is there, but you also get that email as a sales rep once someone views it, and that's amazing.
Yeah.
So it's really gratifying too.
Yeah, it's exciting to watch. To watch so-and-so opened it, so-and-so viewed it, so-and-so completed it, all happen one after another as emails come in. Yeah. But we also support notifications to your smartphone too. So we're an application. We have a smartphone app too. So wherever you are, you can also be in the know as to what's going on with your document activity.
Cool. That's great. And you guys have an open API, right? So we're working with a client right now on creating some custom stuff to happen. And send back values. So there's an open API that's quite nice. So just know that too. If you want it to do anything crazy, we can help make that happen as well. So Julian, do you just want to go to the next slide? We don't even need to do it full screen. I just want people to see the information on how to, pricing. So there's pricing.
Oh, that's right. Here, let's jump back.
Yeah, so we'll show that. Now, I always say, so if you want the CRM integration, you're at $39 a month, right? And that's billed annually. So guys, I always compare this to just think of how much DocuSign is and how much time you spend on making your bad word proposals, and this thing pays for itself instantly. So $39 a user a month, and it doesn't have to be an even amount of numbers of users with your actual CRM.
Yep, that's correct.
And you need the 39 to integrate to CRM, right?
Yep. So our business plan is where CRM integrations begin, and then our enterprise plan, which is $75 per user per month, again billed annually, is for larger teams. So being able to support multiple teams that you want to separate from one another, or set permissions between users, or have API access for some custom stuff. That's where you need to be for that. But again, I mean, because this platform is tied directly to the money, it's really worth it. You know, if you guys are having some, if there are slow processes in place for getting deals closed, for instance, that's where we see a lot of value too, for sure. So this is an overview of our pricing, and we work directly with the BrainSell team on these things too. So feel free to talk directly with Sonia about that. And then,
next slide actually, Julian, has I think it has our one after that. Yeah, so follow-up questions, just right to our info. Again, we'll be shooting off the recording and the slide decks to everyone probably tomorrow. You guys are not working with the community edition of Sugar, right, Julian?
I don't believe so.
No.
I can double check.
So we just got that. Yeah, we just got that question, Jim. Sorry, I don't think. This doesn't actually. It doesn't work because I know there's no side panel view. So it wouldn't work with Sugar CE, but it works with the Sugar Commercial Edition. And guys, if you have any more questions, please feel free to put them in that questions box. And I'm going to stop the